So let's talk a little bit about this week. We had a lot of junk opening range days. I had a feeling today was going to be, at times very slow. So not all that surprised. At least we got, kind of some directional out of this scrub range we had initially. But yesterday was nice. We had news release. Here's 7:30 a.m. U.S. Central Time, Chicago time. Getting, about 5, 6, 7 minutes after that, after the news kind of had its initial play out, had some really nice W pattern action in here. So I don't take trades right in the midst of a news release, but we did get a pullback and had some really nice W pattern action. You can see the market was stair stepping higher. We were below the mid band, and these bands have been running since Monday. So I haven't, these bands have been running the whole time. This computer's been on that the entire week since like midday Monday. At one time I turned it off and turned it back on. But yeah, had nice W pattern lift with a mom signal. That had some nice follow through. Pulled back again, gave another mom signal to the long side as we got after the US cash session open. And then we just kept lifting, and then just scrubbed out the rest of the day, but should have had no problem doing well this day. I did just fine. Today I had one mom signal, and I definitely wanted to be short if I got a mom signal. So let's go take a look at that. Just in case, you never know. Sometimes they let this thing go. And we did have a mom signal. Then it just scrubbed around. I just went flat, sat on my hands, re-engaged, caught the long mom signal. I was still in a long, so I did not take the secondary and got my daily profit objective somewhere right up in here because I wasn't trading very much size today. I had a feeling we just might junk it out, but we actually got some direction today, so that was good. A little mom signal for the last, end of day stuff, but that's way late in the day. So the nice thing about the mom signals, you can trade them manual discretionary. We have audible alerts and all that, but we do have the NT8 fully automated strategy. So you can trade these mom signals, whatever type of price bar you're on. You don't have to be on our AIQ bars. You could be on volume charts, tick charts, but you can trade the signals fully automated. We've had that deployed now, about 2 weeks. So anyhow, and then the really nice thing about our program is when you come in, I have the initial start here training very structured. Let's take a quick look at that. So we have our start here section, so you can come in right away, hit the ground running, and so on. And I go through a bunch of training modules. Now, we do have templates to get you up and started here, at least for the start here portion. And I have additional templates we're adding related to some of the more advanced stuff that we're doing in separate sections. We do have a trade examples room and a main room and so on. So I actually have some reorganization I'm going to do because I have two new indicators that are getting added to the program here coming up. They got a little bit delayed. I wanted to release them this week, but I got really busy uh, with some of my institutional side trading stuff and just in general working with the programmers on finalizing how I want the graphics to look. So I have a tilt trader indicator wrapping up now that I've approved the graphics look of it for NT8, and we'll have it for Quantower. And I'm building a hybrid Z-score indicator for the NT8 and the Quantower program. So yeah, it was a really busy week, even though I'm still have leg injuries healing up, and but onward and upward. I was out on my crutches walking around yesterday, and so yeah. Anyhow, though, yeah, we do have a private community. It's a privacy protected, encrypted private community, and that's where we have all of our downloads and training. So once somebody comes in the program, boom, right away, you can be up and running. For this weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to offer the special offer that I was offering back on Labor Day. And I'm going to be moving the pricing up on the website a bit. I was going to do it this week and I just got too busy with other stuff. So I'll do that late Sunday night. So in the interim for this weekend, this last weekend, I have a two platform related special offer. So anyhow, if you have any questions about that, you can just shoot me an email. And our email is pretty simple. It's just info@gridalgo.com. The super bands have been fantastic. These excursions outside of the main bands have been very actionable. Been some really good signals on those this week. We had an excursion outside the price right away, got good mean reversion, had another excursion on a pullback after that sell-off day going forward. And then now we had a little bit of selling right into the end of the day. So anyhow, we'll see. I can feel the market is kind of like a spring. The market's kind of like there's so much scrub action going on in the market where there's not really conviction to break this out and rally it to the upside. And, there's a lot of buying on pullbacks in these grindy type days. Uh, if this market can't start getting some more linear or some more significant extension, I think there's a lot of inventory that's been loaded up into the last several days of the market that very likely could come out pretty quick. So basically, sometimes I can just feel it when you trade the markets. Like I can tell we're getting close to a volatility expansion day. So we'll keep our eye on that next week. I think this scrub action we've had for many, many days where everything just seems to be like a magnet back to the upside, that's going to shift a bit going forward. We've had some pretty big slapdown days, but right away, buy sides come back in. Yeah, beautiful excursions off these, or mean reversion moves off these excursions outside the dual bands past week and a half or so. So anyhow, I have a good feeling that next week is going to be a really good week of trading compared to this week, where some of the opening ranges were scrubby and just like today. I mean, that's just for a Friday early in the morning. This type of price action is almost inexcusable. There's just a lack of institutional side participation because they are satisfied with where the market's at. And then we just got, grinding type buying all day long that at least gave us a directional move to easily get a daily goal on the day. So anyhow, yeah, I'm going to have a range of videos going up this weekend covering some other ways I'm using the tools. Every once in a while I'll put that out, but main thing, I just want to make sure you knew that I am going to offer a special offer today through Sunday night. And so if you have any questions on that, just shoot me an email and I'll cover what all's included with that. So to wrap up, if you do come into the NT8 program, you do get all the indicators. We have the AIQ1 indicator. We have one style of bands that I'm using here a certain way. We have another style of bands, the super bands. And the AIQ indicator creates our momentum burst signals, which we can trade off audible alerts and obviously visual with the squares. You can color the stuff whatever you want. And but you can also trade them automated, and the automation is working fantastic. It's dialed in, not having any buggy issues or anything like that. It's been just really solid. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a fantastic Friday, and I'll be putting out some additional videos over the weekend. So have a great day, and we'll talk to y'all later.